In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add 70K in annual revenue to your gym in the next 12 weeks. And I have the case studies to back it up. This is what I've been doing for other gym owners. Before I get into that, who am I? I'm Lewis and I own 2 gyms in the Northwest UK. This is me 4 years ago. I was doing all the coaching and this face right here sums up how I felt. I'm assuming a lot of you can relate. Working all the hours, stuck in the day-to-day of the business. Fast forward 4 years, and this was me a few months ago, doing a talk at the UK CrossFit affiliate gathering on how I had managed to grow to a second location and fully remove myself from operations within 4 years. And now I'm able to live abroad while my gyms grow without me there. So before I get into this, let me just show you a few testimonials of some gym owners that I've been working with over the last 6 months. Paul from Wakefield, in 2 months, got 58 new signups and added nearly £40,000 in revenue to his gym. And that was all from under £1,000 spent on ads. Sean from Tadcaster, he was almost about to shut down. When I spoke to him, he'd given up his lease. He'd signed up 38 people in 2 months, and he's generated almost £30,000 in revenue directly from our services. Mike from Manchester, in 3 months, he's had 38 new signups. He's collected 5K in front-end revenue and contracted just over £40,000 in 3 months. Sasha from London, in 3 months, 31 new signups, but look at this, £70,000 in contracted revenue. That means members that have agreed to 12-month commitment periods, but they've collected £7,000 in cash on a front-end program. I'm going to talk about all this and what it means. The Gym Grow system that I implement, which I'm going to talk through now, it isn't like anything you've done before. It's not just a paid marketing system where you get leads generated and inquiries to your gym. It's different because we're not only generating leads, we need a sales system so that members want to sign up with you as opposed to you chasing them. And we need to onboard them and integrate them into your community so they stay long term. And the end result, well, lots of money for your gym, but also the freedom to remove yourself from operations and live abroad like myself, or just enjoy your gym as a member and enjoy what you've built. So before I get into this, who is this for? This is for gym owners who are willing to put in the work. This isn't just a get-rich-quick scheme, and you can't just get results instantly without putting in the work. This isn't for someone who just expects results immediately. Like, all these guys are putting a tremendous amount of work. Yes, we've got the proven system for them to follow, but like anything, you need to put in the work. So let's get into it, guys. This is one of my gym's revenue back in 2022. I was consistently hitting £6,000 months, and this is how it felt. I was barely covering rent. I wasn't paying myself anything. I was literally sleeping under the stairs at my gym in between classes because I was that burnt out and tired. I was doing everything. I was stuck in the business. And I could not find a way to get more than 6K. But something happened between July and September. In 2 months, we more than doubled revenue and it continued to grow. How did I do this? Well, before July, we were relying on organic referrals and word of mouth. The problem with this is it's not consistent and you can't predict growth. You don't know if people are going to walk in your door 1 month compared to the next month. How do you know if someone's going to refer a friend? There's just no predictability or reliability to it. And before this point, I was afraid to spend money on ads because I didn't want to just flush money down the drain, especially when money was so tight. I'd taken out a 70K loan to set up the gym. I was having to pay that off. I was living at my parents' house. Like, times were tough. And I didn't want to just spend £1,000 on ads, not knowing that if I'd ever get that back. But in 2 months, we more than doubled revenue. And this was through implementing the Gym Grow system and leveraging paid marketing, i.e. ads. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not possible for me to double my gym's revenue in 2 months. You probably think this sounds crazy and way too good to be true. But trust me, so did this guy. It's only when I learned the system to get new members and keep them long term is when everything started clicking. And so did Christian from Sydney. He contracted in his first month with us $60,000 and he had 24 new signups. Paul from Wakefield, in 2 months, 58 new signups. Kyle, 9 new signups in 2 months, and Kyle's really high ticket. He made 4K off those 9 signups. Mike, 53 new signups. There is no way on earth you could ever sign up 53 people to your gym in 3 months through word of mouth. And if you can, it's by accident and you can't predictably do this every single month. Whereas with paid ads, you can. Let's get into the system. This is the Gym Grow system. And this is what I teach my clients for them to make more money, create more freedom, and have a better and happier life. This is the standard gym system. Now, if you're here, you're probably struggling in some way with operating your gym. And it all starts from the top of the funnel. A funnel is literally just the client journey. It's how do people hear about your gym and how do they end up as a member? Now, the normal gym system is what I was running when I was hitting these 6K months and not getting anywhere. I'm feeling like this. There was no lead flow or little to no lead flow, and we were literally relying on organic social media. The problem with relying solely on word of mouth and organic social media is that some months would be great and other months wouldn't. And we would literally be relying on, do people turn up? And yes, we pushed organic socials, we pushed stories on our Instagram, we started posting more, and maybe that did help, but it wasn't reliable. I didn't know how many people I could sign up next month. And then for me to try and reinvest in staff or reinvest in the gym, well, it made it really, really hard. Whereas when I started using paid marketing and implementing the system I now call the member magnet, which is where we've got a continuous flow of new members wanting to join your gym. Imagine waking up every day and you've got new people wanting to inquire and start your gym. Not only is it great to create more money, but it's also great for mindset. Like people are wanting to start and wanting to get involved. I remember here when I didn't really have any leads and there wasn't that much interest, or it was very on off, it was really hard to get excited and I was maybe questioning my service a little bit. The difference between paid and organic is the difference between an athlete taking performance enhancing drugs compared to one that isn't. It's just such an advantage for a business. And as you can see here, the funnel I've drawn is a lot bigger because there's so many more people you get. On average, for these guys, we're generating 150 to 300 leads per month. When you run organic, you maybe get 10 to 20 leads a month. That's not all though. I also found signing people up really awkward. Like it was hard. My offer was a free trial. They'd come do a free trial session. I'd then send them a link to sign up. Did I get the sale? Maybe, sometimes, most of the time not. I went back and looked at my trackers and I was converting around 20% or just over from a free trial session to a sale. Whereas with the GymGrow system, not only are we getting people on a paid trial, we're converting 60 to 80% of those people. But more about that in a sec. The problem with this system and the problem with offering free trials is that the buy-in from the member is so low. It's free. It's not worth anything. Then you send them a link to sign up and you're chasing them. And it feels like you're trying to sell them. Please come to my gym. It feels awkward. It doesn't feel great. Whereas when you implement the smooth sign-up system, we have members qualifying themselves as why they want to work with us. It's kind of like the difference between going to one of those backstreet markets where you've got hagglers on every corner saying, hey, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing. And they're trying to sell you like a £10 jewelry bracelet. That's what this feels like. Whereas the smooth sign-up system is the equivalent of someone walking into a Lamborghini garage. They want to buy the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini rep doesn't really have to sell them because this person is qualified and this person wants to start at the facility. And when we started implementing this, our signups went through the roof. Rather than sending them a link to sign up, which converts really poorly, we get them into a meeting to have a discovery meeting to see, are you a good fit for us? And that is a game changer because they're selling themselves to you, not the other way around. But that's not all. It's not just about getting more leads and signing up more people. Even if we got this dialed in and we had a lot more people interested and a lot more people signing up, if we just push them straight into the gym without any onboarding, well, then the chances of them sticking around long term reduces massively. And when I implemented this system of onboarding, well, wow, my churn dropped dramatically. And churn is how many members are leaving every single month. This is what happened. We'd sign them up. It was a lot smaller than the amount now. And they become a member, and that was it. No more touch points. Like, off you go, you're into classes or you're into training. The problem with this and not having onboarding is, like I've said, people stick around a lot less. The customer feels a lot less seen. It's harder to charge more because, frankly, they're just left to their own devices. And the issue is, it's really hard to sign someone up into a contract or agreement long term. When we implemented the beginner blueprint, our onboarding became way more focused into integrating someone into our community and making them feel like part of the tribe. Well, what this did is, one, it lowered the barrier to entry to starting the gym because it was based around beginners. And if you think about who starts your gym, most people are beginners. Most people aren't expert gym goers. And not only this, it means that we can sell 12-month memberships. If we have a 4-week onboarding, we can sell a 12-month membership or a 6-month membership. We can get them into a commitment period. Whereas from someone doing a free trial session to sign them up to 12 months, well, that is going to be a really hard sale, and it didn't work. And that is how we're able to contract so much revenue for all these gyms. Almost 30K, 21K, 30K, 7K, 40K, 12K, 10K. That's in 1 month. Imagine adding £10,000 to your gym's revenue in 1 month. And Sean in 2 months added £30,000. That's a new staff member. And you know it's guaranteed because it's contracted. But that's not all. Let's say we get the lead flow sorted, we're signing people up and it feels good, and we're onboarding people so they're staying a long time. This was the point I got to, and it was great, but I had no freedom. I was stuck in the business. I actually had more members to serve, I had more classes to put on, there was more responsibility on my side. So yes, I was making more money, which was great, but I was working more than ever, or the same as before, and there was no freedom. And that's an issue because if you want longevity in this gym game, you've got to enjoy it, and you will get burnt out otherwise. That's where we implement the Founder Freedom Framework. This is where you put in systems and frameworks so that you can start delegating and get your time back. That's how I own 2 gyms whilst living abroad, and they grow without me there because I have an amazing team that do that. And how have we created this? Through the systems and frameworks that we implement and giving everyone a specific KPI to focus over. Now, here's a study for you, which is super interesting because I know I was getting this wrong when I started. It was a Harvard Business Review and MIT study analyzing thousands of sales interactions. What do you think the odds are of replying to a lead within 5 minutes versus 30 minutes are? So what this is asking is, what is the likelihood of getting a reply if you reply within 5 minutes to a lead versus 30 minutes? Because this will blow your mind. 100 times higher. You're 100 times more likely to get a response from a lead when you reply to them in the first 5 minutes. And the odds of actually qualifying them and booking them into like a consult drop by 21 times when you delay from 5 to 30 minutes. This is a problem. How are you meant to reply to a lead within 5 minutes when you've got a gym to run, you've got coaching to do, you've got your marketing to film, and you've got everything that's going on in running a business? Well, that's where we implement AI into this system. Not only do we get members lining up to start your facility, the way we book so many consults and have so many members start, as soon as they click that advert, our AI, which is trained to know everything about you and your gym, is having the conversation with them and qualifying them with a response time of 3 seconds. So as soon as someone clicks, within 3 seconds, they're getting a personalized WhatsApp message and qualifying them to book them into a conversation or a meeting. This is huge. And this plays a massive part in the success of how we can generate so much revenue in the first couple of months of working with us. Kristen, who owns a studio in Australia, got 14 new signups off $890 of ad spend, generated over $3,500 in front-end revenue, and contracted 36K in 1 month. I like to use this graph to quantify people's gyms. Number 1 is low revenue, low freedom. You're not making much money and you're stuck in the business. That was me when I started. And this could be you. You're burnt out, you've got no lead flow, you've not got any sign up or sales system, you're not onboarding people, and you've definitely not got any freedom. So when we start fixing the lead flow, gym 2 is maybe they're getting more consistent leads, maybe they're signing people up, they're making more revenue, but you're still stuck in the business and things are still pretty tough. Gym 3, maybe they've actually got a much better way to sign up members. They've got people sticking around and the owners may be paying themselves a decent wage, but there's no freedom. They're still very much stuck in the business. Maybe they have some coaches, maybe they have some staff helping them, but they're still stuck in the day-to-day. And if they took a month off, the gym would not grow without them. Whereas gym 4, this is the position I'm at and where we get our clients at Gym Grow to. This is getting people to a point of high revenue, but high freedom. Yes, you built the gym to help change people's lives. You also built your business to give you the life you want. That means being able to go on holiday when you want, or jump in the classes as a member and enjoy the business you built. This will never happen without first getting members lining up to start at your facility, signing them up with ease, onboarding them like they're a beginner, and getting them bought into your ethos and your facility, and then systemizing the entire process and finding the people that are going to build the business without you there. I get what you're thinking though. You're not sure if this system will work for me. That's how I felt. Like, I don't want to spend the money in ads and not get the return. And that is literally how Kate and Bill from Workington felt. But within 4 months, we signed up 64 new members to their gym. and added £4,000 in revenue and contracted 30K. That is another full-time member of staff. So now you've learned that ads are best for scaling your gym and getting more members in the door. Isn't that awesome? Imagine how good it feels to get to this position of not only members queuing up to start your gym, but the ability for you to pay yourself what you want and go on holiday when you want, because that's what I do. So now you've learned this system is the best way to grow and scale your facility, as I've done with mine and as I've helped countless other gym owners do with theirs. If you want to launch and implement this system into your gym and you're serious about growing and making more money, changing more lives, and getting your freedom back, click the link in the description of this video and book a slot on my calendar where I'll do a full audit of your gym to see if we can help. Do you realize the advantage of your competitors when you have this system in place? It's literally like crossing the Atlantic on a plane compared to them swimming. You'll have so many more members starting your facility, generating revenue to put back into a better client delivery, better client service, more staff giving you more freedom and making you more money. I understand what you're thinking though. You're probably saying, well, I don't have the money to put into ads, and that's because you're stuck right here. And that's how Mark felt until he spent £1,000 on ads and generated £1,600 in front end revenue, not only covering his ad spend, but then he also converted those people to long-term members and generated 15K in contracted revenue. It's not that you don't have the money to put into ads, it's that you're scared you won't return your investment. And the system we implement, which utilizes AI, is completely different to any other marketing or ad agency because they only care about getting you leads. They don't care about your success as a gym. And I'm a gym owner myself. I know what it takes to run and grow a successful gym. So if you're serious and you want to make more money for your gym and yourself, book a slot in my calendar with the link below. You've literally got two paths. Path A, you continue with where you're at here and you hit consistent months of low revenue and you feel like this guy, burnt out and potentially ready to give up. Or path B, you learn from someone who's actually done it, who owns two gyms and has helped countless others free themselves from day-to-day operations and make more money. So book a call with me below and you can grow with absolute clarity. Hope you found this useful, guys.